Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the first update for my whole collection Project Pan 2025. This is one of my very favorite project pans, and it was created many years ago by Becky Loves Kanga. I think I've been doing this project for like 7 or 8 years, which is absolutely crazy. How this project works is you have a spreadsheet with your entire makeup or beauty inventory, and you randomly select numbers, and those are the products that you're working on. When Becky did this project, she wanted to completely finish items, and I personally have a variety of finish, hit pan, usage goals, no pan left behind, as that just works better for me in rotating through my collection, finding things that need to be decluttered, which we will be talking about today, and it just continues to be my favorite. It's just so chaotic, and it just speaks to my chaotic soul. We have a big update to chat about, so let's just dive right in. The first product I drew in my intro was my e.l.f. Good To Go Mini Mix palette. If I roll in a palette like this, I would like to no pan left behind it. This took me 2 uses to no pan left behind. I did a look with these like coral and mint shades for one eye look, and these warmer neutrals for a different eye look, and then one day I used the face products as well, so I did meet my goal on this. I think these mini mix palettes are so fun. The lipstick I'm wearing today is the Urban Decay Manic lipstick. This is a mini and it's quite old in my collection, so I have set a goal to finish it. I used it 5 times in the last month and it really doesn't look any different. This is a really beautiful shade, but not something I reach for every day. Also, one thing I didn't notice through the usage it had prior is this certainly has shimmer in it. It is a cream finished lipstick, but there's definitely shimmer, and I noticed that the more this gets reapplied throughout the day, the shimmerier it looks with each reapplication, because the color's wearing off but the shimmer is sticking to my lips, and so it starts to feel a little bit gritty, which is quite unpleasant, but I do like the color and I am going to try my best to finish this. A product I didn't even realize I met my goal on is the Fantasy Cosmetica Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Elixir. This is in collaboration with Amanda from Makeup Just for Fun. I've used this 13 times since rolling it in last month, and I thought I had a 20 use goal on this, but apparently I said I only wanted to use it 10 times. So I've surpassed my goal, which means this update is going to be even more exciting than I first thought. I really love this tinted lip balm formula from Fantasy Cosmetica. I am an affiliate for the brand. If you use my code, thank you so much. These tinted lip balms are really great. Elixir is a warm brown shade with a coffee scent. Lovely. The next randomized product that got rolled in is my e.l.f. Active Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette, specifically the second shade, which is this peachy cream shade. I use these as cream cheek products, so I used this as a cream blush 7 times in the last month, and my goal will be to hit pan on it. It really doesn't look too changed. Well, I guess there is a bit of a dip. My cream blush brush kind of covers most of the pan, so I don't think we're going to see a specific deep dip forming, but more of an even wear across the pan. So this is going to take quite a while, but ultimately my goal is to hit pan on this. We have our first declutter. So this is a sample size thing, but the MAC Locked Kiss Ink 24-Hour Lip Color in the shade Ruby True specifically was rolled in. I wore this 1 time and I had a sneaking suspicion, but I wanted to try the formula anyways. But this is the driest, the crustiest, like almost immediately sucked all the moisture out of my lips lip product. I hated it. It did not even wear nicely, so I wore this once, hated it, and for me, a sampler is truly to try the formula. I'm not going to suffer through trying to pan all of these pods. I tried it, I hate it, I'm not going to buy it. So this actually removed 3 liquid lipsticks from my inventory, which is amazing. I'm gonna take this as a win. These 3 items are being decluttered. Another declutter, I rolled in a nail polish. This is the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear Nail Color in the shade Sunkissed. I have it on, and I don't know if you can tell, my camera does not have autofocus, how chunky and gross this looks. It is so thick, but this is so old, and I honestly refuse to buy a nail polish thinner. I don't care enough. This bottle is like $2.70. I've had it for probably 10 years. It can be retired. It can be thrown out. It smells a little funky. It's super thick and goopy. I used it 1 out of the 3 times I wanted to, but this is getting decluttered as well. Next, a newer product to my collection is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in the shade Cherry Blossom Cake. This is a great brightening shade, and I love this. I had a goal to use it 20 more times. Again, as it's newer, it's huge. I'm not going to finish it, so I easily met those 20 uses in the first month. I really love setting my eyes with this. I feel it's really smoothing on my under eyes. I like the brightening color. I don't find it's too heavy for me personally. I love it a lot, but I met my goal. And lastly, the Smashbox Cali Contour palette got rolled in, and it was the first shade, which is the True Contour shade. My goal is going to be to hit pan on this. I might reevaluate if we're, 6 months into this project and I'm still nowhere close. I might roll it out, but in this first month, I have reached for it 8 times. It doesn't really look any visually different. I will say I could have reached for this more than 8 times, but when I'm in a rush, getting ready for work, contouring, it's gotta go. Same with the cream blush, like I'm trying to get ready fast. Some of these steps feel like extra. So for that reason, I think it's going to take quite a long time, but that's all right because I don't have any pans showing in this palette and it definitely needs more love. So we are rolling out 5 of the 8 products we rolled in January. That's absolutely crazy. 2 of them were declutters, I know, but honestly that's a success for me. My beauty collection has gotten a little too big, and so if I can find things that I really hate and get rid of them, that's a win. Find things that are expired, that's a win. So we're gonna roll in 5 numbers. I have the Pretty Random app here. I have in the numbers 2 to 700 for our eligible products. We'll see what we roll in. I typically don't want over 2 per product category, so we might roll some extras. We have 208, 179, 58, 638. I will draw 2 more. The last one will be an extra if I need it. 345 and 462. I'm going to go figure out what those products are in my makeup inventory and be back here to discuss goals. It's been a while. I got my products. Chinese food arrived. I had supper with the kids. Monster on deck. We're back. Once again, we have quite the variety of products. In choosing my goals, I'm keeping in mind that the 3 products remaining from the 8 selected in the intro are the really challenging ones. I'm trying to finish a lipstick and I'm trying to hit pan in 2 products, a cream blush and a contour shade. All 3 of which I think are going to take quite a long time. So some of these goals for the 5 products I'm rolling in are a bit smaller. The first thing that rolled in is one of my Propa Beauty lipsticks. This is in the shade Victress, which is a beautiful warm brown shade. These are more sheer lipsticks with this like creamy satiny sort of finish. Really comfortable. I like these a lot. They are getting older in my collection, but I'm already trying to finish a lipstick in this project as well as another, so I'm going to set a 10 use goal on this. I love the packaging as well. Next up was my Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Vanilla Beige. This is not one of my favorite lip balms. I know this is quite viral. It seems beloved by so many. I like it just fine, but I won't repurchase this. It's just a bit expensive in my opinion for what it is. I have made pretty good progress on this, but I just don't think this is going to be fun to pan like in a project. It's something that I reach for pretty frequently just on my own, and just like tracking usage on this for what's going to be quite a long time and trying to market and stuff, I think is just going to be a bit tedious. So I'm going to set a 10 use goal on this as well, just for the purposes of having it tracked in this project, and then it's still going to stay in my everyday makeup drawer. I just don't want this to keep a spot in this project long term when I don't think this is going to be fun for me to track or for you to watch me pan. I hope that made sense. It made more sense before I said it out loud. I'm like unofficially panning this anyways, as it's like one of the lip balms that I have open and using regularly right now anyways, you know? Next up was my CoverGirl Clean Fresh Pressed Powder. I have mine in the shade 140 Light. I don't have that much usage on this, and I would love for it to show more. So I think I'm going to go a little bit crazy, and I think I'm going to try and hit pan on this. It's not that new in my collection anymore. I am trying to finish another pressed powder in my Rolling Project 10 pan. However, that one's translucent. This one is a bit more of my skin tone. And I think I can set my under eyes with this one, whereas I can't with my Rimmel Stay Matte. So that is how I'm going to use this, at least to start. See if I like it that way. If not, I will just bounce between the two. But my goal is going to be to hit pan on this pressed powder. We did get another palette to work on. I'm kind of happy with just one palette at a time. I wasn't doing that on purpose. It's just how the numbers have gone. This is the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast palette, and when palettes are rolled in, I would like to use them no pan left behind. I haven't reached for this yet this year, but I do have, I can actually show you. This year I started a no pan left behind little folder here, and I'm doing it by paper because I just like pen to paper. I like the visual. The blue is for January. There's no pink on this page, but pink is for February. And I have all my palettes in here in alphabetical order. Now, if for example, either for this project or deck of panning, a palette gets rolled in for no pan left behind, if, for example, it's this, which is my ABH Sultry palette, my actual goal will be to use the shades I haven't yet used. Now, the Avocado Toast palette is down here. I have not used it yet this year, but just like a heads up, if I roll in a palette that I have been using so far this year, I might be able to roll it out even quicker and keep moving through more and more of my palettes this year. At least that's the idea. So this is a 16 pan palette. My goal will be to use every single shade. It's really hard to show both this and the Blueberry Muffin because of the metallic background here. It makes the colors look a bit weird, but this is perfect for coming into March. And there even are some pinky tones in here as well for February. So I'm very happy to be rolling this palette in, and it definitely deserves some more love from me. And lastly, the fifth product rolled in. I didn't end up needing the sixth number I rolled. This is the Ofra highlighter in March Beauty Word in collaboration with Samantha March. It is, oh dear, now I can't remember what the shades are. It's like the really light and then the pink. I used to know. Anyways, if you know, leave it down below. I will look it up. But it has this pinwheel pattern. This is great when I am fair. So perfect for this time of year. I'm already trying to hit pan on a different Ofra highlighter in my Rolling Project 10 pan. So I'm going to set a 20 use goal on this just to get some solid use on it and be able to roll in something new. And maybe we will see some visual progress with 20 uses. I did scratch it, but other than that, it doesn't really look like I've used it all that much. So 20 uses on this Ofra highlighter will be amazing. Now looking at the selection of products I now have, We really are not going to have another huge update again next month, but we will be able to roll out the Summer Fridays lip balm. I would like to be able to roll in at least one product each month just to keep this project moving, but the rest I think are going to take me a little bit of time. I just love this project so much. I'm consistently pulling out products that I'm not reaching for organically, and yet I'm still excited to use them once I have them in my hands. I just have too many products. I can't wait to get playing with my new products. I love when you have a big refresh and it all goes in the everyday makeup drawer. It just feels really invigorating, refreshing, gets me excited to do my makeup in the morning. But that is it for my whole collection project pan update. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up so that I know. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!